This is my good friend Haven, who I've known for a long time, and I would say she is pretty into hiking. And so I decided to interview her today and just to talk about her experiences with hiking and all that good stuff. So, my question to you is you just went on a solo trip,
I did. I did just go on a solo trip.
and how was that? Where did you go? What did you see?
It was awesome. I drove to Moab, Utah, and I went to Canyonlands National Park.
Nice.
Um, there's a bunch of BLM camping out there, so I camped on some BLM land, um, right outside of the park, or I camped there, and then I drove just like a couple miles down the road to Canyonlands, which is the less popular national park in Moab. And it was really awesome. I did uh one like a short hike, and I saw like it's just like a giant, like it led to a cliff, and there was like a giant
Wow. Cool.
just like canyon. um
How
and then
many miles did you do in total, would you say? Like that?
well, that hike was only like an hour long, so I think it was only like 3 miles, maybe four.
Mhm.
And then I went on a longer hike later that day, and it was like a 6 mile hike,
Nice.
and it was like a loop, and it was really cool because you like started at the top of the canyon and then you hiked down into it and then like zigzagged all the way around it and then hiked back up and around. um
Wow, that's
it's
amazing.
really cool. Yeah.
Do
uh
you prefer hiking solo or with somebody or a group?
hmm.
Or what are the pros and cons of like each?
So it's fun hiking with a group because it kind of slows you down and you can like take your time and you have people to chat with.
Yeah.
But I really love hiking on my own because I can like speed walk, or I can like take my time, or whatever it may be. I can just kind of
Mhm.
go at my own pace and
Yeah, that's nice.
not worry about anybody else, because I feel like I'm like a fast hiker or fast walker. And like when I'm with a group, I'm always like ahead, and then I have to like wait.
Yeah. You're located in Colorado right now,
Yes.
and I would love to hear your thoughts on the difference between hiking in Colorado versus Texas because you're also a native Texan. So
Yeah.
they're obviously very different, but
Oh, it's a whole different ball game. So, whole different ballpark.
whole different ball game.
So I feel like I've never hiked like Big Bend or Guadalupe Peak in Texas, like bigger, or Paladero Canyon. I've never hiked those in Texas, and those are the places that I'd say are more similar to Colorado hiking or even like Utah hiking. But like Lost Maples or what's it called?
Enchanted Rock. Have
Enchanted Rock. Like those are just like you can just go for a
like
couple
kind of like
hours.
sightsee more, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Whereas I feel like a lot of the hikes in Colorado, like you pack a day pack, you pack layers,
Yeah.
like you gotta pack snacks.
Yes.
Whereas in Texas, like we would just like hike to the top and be like, haha, cool, and then like hike down.
Yeah. What are your favorite hiking snacks? We might as well since you just brought that up.
Hmm. To be honest, I love a beer at the top.
Nice.
Like,
Nice. Gotta
what
celebrate.
I love to pack like, um, actually, let me go get it.
Yeah.
This is a Big Island blend. It's the Rocky Mountain Provisions.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. um, but it has a bunch of dried fruit in it. Um, but yeah, it's just quick sugary carbs, and
That's
yeah,
what you need on a hike.
yeah.
Love that. Love that.
A
Okay.
pack of Gatorade or like some sort of electrolytes
That's
and a lot of water.
very important. Do you have a favorite hike in Central Texas that you've done that you when you come home you
About Lost Maples because it's like not that far from my house. Going there in the fall is like one of my favorites because leaves are changing. The only issue is that that's when it's the busiest. See all like the like limestone and stuff, and the river is always really really pretty.
oh,
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot more hiking there than people realize, but
Yeah,
most
I feel like people only do the like go up to the top, see the view, and that's it. But there's more
yeah.
trails all around.
Yeah.
What do you like keep an eye out for anything when you go on hikes? Like, are you like a bird watcher? Are you
I really love to like look for animals a lot of the times. I hiked a 14er, I can't remember which one it was, but I got to see like mountain goats that I hadn't seen in like ever, and it was really cool. I also I'm a rock collector. I
okay?
love to look at rocks. So any I like it you're when you hike you're supposed to have your head up and like looking around so that you can like make like oh I've seen this tree. Like if you get lost when you're hiking, you have like cues of like, oh, I've already hiked past this tree 6 times. Maybe I'm lost. And a lot of times I get in the bad habit of like putting my head down and I'm like, ooh, rocks. And but I'm just excited to like see if I can find any cool rocks.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for new hikers?
Um, I'd say my number one is bring more water than you think. Um, because like you might have your water bottle, your little Nalgene, and you might think that's enough, but like once you get back to the car and your Nalgene's empty, you're gonna be like, I'm so thirsty.
Yeah.
So just always pack more water in your car or even in your backpack or whatever if you bring a bag. Um, pack extra snacks. And I always bring a change of shoes. So if I'm hiking in my hiking boots or my like trail shoes, like trail running shoes or whatever, I love to bring like a pair of open-toed shoes like my Birks or my Chacos to change into because
You don't
your
want to be like in your hiking boots all
and,
day. Yeah. So I started hiking more when COVID-19 hit. Did you notice any trends with that, like in Colorado?
yeah, for sure. Even like when I went to Utah this past week, um there were way more people out and about and like I see more people on trails and like more people even on like our local trails here in Fort Collins. Like I feel like normally they weren't super busy, but now they're busy all the time and it's awesome. But you know,
But it's also kind of like, a
yeah,
little annoying.
it takes away from that like the mysticalness of going on a hike on your own or just like being outdoors and being outside.